My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And then when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, from being, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I've gone snorkeling a few times, or I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have 0 experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
Mission 22 is founded on the timeless principle that America's warriors are equally valuable overseas as they are within our borders. We are unwaveringly committed to the journey back home and understand the barriers our heroes face when making the often arduous and taken for granted transition home. Trauma is an opportunity. While bleeding, hidden pains of the past can never be removed. We can transform them into something brand new and beautiful. We can grow through trauma to become our community's cornerstone, the safest neighbor on the block, the strongest leader in the office, the most caring volunteer at the elementary school. The Recovery and Resiliency Program is a year-long, and it uses everything from cutting-edge biometric tools to science-backed supplements. This is a catalyst to take the deep scars suffered for our nation's sake and turn them into opportunities to direct our God-given purpose and energies as protectors toward a refreshed and meaningful life. By committing to this year-long program, you will be happier, stronger, and wiser. Your PTS and/or TBI may not leave you, but you will be more comfortable in your own skin, and your suffering will begin to have meaning. Our goal is to give warriors one thing, the truth. Let's take responsibility for our healing.
Welcome back, everybody. It is week 2 of Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. We are still in the great state of Pennsylvania. We have traveled about 3.5 hours west, and we are at Lernerville tonight. Looks like we got a pretty good showing tonight. Clayton, welcome to the show, my brother. What are you looking for tonight?
Man, I'm just wondering who's going to be able to avoid the ledge. I'm seeing it a little bit here in practice so far. These guys are pushing it sometimes a little too much. You know, when you get together, it's easy to run clean by yourself, but when you get together, who's going to make the contact? Who's going to go over the ledge? Who's going to be able to ride perfectly on the ledge throughout the night? I got a feeling we're going to see a couple of them go probably mistake-free. So it'll just be a game of who wants to go up there and who doesn't go too far up there.
Yeah, man, not as many cars as last week. Thank goodness. That was a long night. But we do have some new drivers in the field. We had quite 3 or 4 join this week. So we're continuing to grow. We're about to call the drivers off the track and get the show underway. If you're out there tuning in, thank you very much for tuning in. As always, here at Got Your 6 Racing Network, we are racing for awareness of veterans issues. 22 veterans a day take their own lives, which is 22 too many. Throughout the night, you'll see us play promo videos from organizations out there doing great things for veterans. If you can donate, please do so. If not, you know a veteran out there and you haven't heard from them in a while, maybe you check on them this time of year, make sure they're doing all right. You never know, that conversation could save a life. So let's get the show underway. We'll get the cars off the track. All drivers clear the track, please. All drivers clear the track. All right, drivers, welcome to week 2, Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. We'll go over a quick rules here. We have a couple new drivers in the field. For those of you new to Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights, welcome aboard. Podium finish, no photo, no interview. If you finish on the podium and you don't show up for the interview on Discord or the photo, you'll get an EOL next week. You bring out 2 cautions in any race, could be a heat, could be a feature. You will be DQ'd from that division for that night. Intentional contact is never acceptable. If it is determined that intentional contact was made, you will be suspended for sure. The length will be determined by the severity of the contact. We do have a protest system. We do live admin, and Elite admin does as good as they can do, but we do miss stuff. If you go into our Discord page, there is a protest folder. There's a form in there. Fill that out, send it in. We'll take a look and make a call. Wall riding is not acceptable. Of course, you won't be doing that here at Lernerville for sure. Call outs on the radio, absolutely not acceptable. We had some issues last week. We had 2 suspensions last week for call outs over the radio. Please keep that stuff to yourself. Cool down before you talk to other drivers or admins or whoever. We ask that you take some moment to cool down. It will lead to a suspension for sure. Blinking, first time you will be given a warning. Second time EOL. Third time you'll be asked to park it for the night if your car is blinking. I ask everyone to keep in mind that incidents during the race do count against your overall total points for the night. So keep incidents to a minimum. And we had some issues last night. Watched back the replays. It was a long week last week. If a caution comes out, off the throttle, the field is frozen as soon as the caution comes out. So you're not gaining anything by staying on the throttle, running into somebody, wrecking your car or somebody else's. Once the caution comes out, the field is frozen. We ask that you get off the throttle. Don't lock them up, but you guys know what to do. We had a lot of incidents last week of people piling into cautions, stuff that they could have avoided. They damaged their own cars and other people's cars. So keep that in mind. Once caution comes out, the field is frozen, off the throttle, and slow it down. That is it for tonight. Any questions, comments, or concerns before we advance to qualifying? All right, none heard. We got about 2 minutes. We will advance right on the hour. So we will advance in probably a minute and a half by now. So good luck. So Clayton, it was a long week last week. I feel like we were here all night. I know our great, yes sir, track is open for the next minute. I know a lot of folks on back east, it had to be getting super late in the night, which is you last week. So hopefully we can lighten down on the cautions here. Looks like we won't have as many heat races. We do have enough cars. Looks like 22 in the field, so we may go straight to the feature tonight. A little bit more doable. So hopefully that plays out that way. We will see. As we're waiting for the clock to tick straight on the hour, we will go to qualifying.
Yeah, last week was a long one for sure. I don't think I hit the bed until almost 1 a.m. I made the mistake of not eating dinner until after, so it was a long one for sure. But no place I'd rather be. This is a ton of fun watching these guys, being up here in the booth, race controlling for everybody here. It's a great group of people. Anybody out there that's not yet a part of Friday Night Lights, you're definitely missing out. This is the place to be. There's 2 leagues that I'd recommend to anybody here. Friday Night Lights, Outlaw Racing League, 2 of the best.
And we are getting ready for the Tight Lines Apparel. This year we do have a Quick Time Award. It goes to the driver who has the quickest time, obviously, and that will be accumulated throughout the season. It is $10 a week. Tonight's Quick Time in the 358 Modifieds, brought to you by Tight Lines Apparel. Have a passion for the great outdoors and fishing? Tight Lines Apparel has all your fishing apparel needs for the whole family, from women's to men's and youth sizes. Family owned and operated, Tight Lines Apparel has a passion for the outdoors, and everything is custom made to order, from tees to hoodies. Tight Lines Apparel is your one-stop shop for all your fishing apparel needs. Act now and use Sim Racership for free shipping on your order. That's Sim Racership for free shipping. Be sure to give them a like and follow on Facebook and Instagram, and get the whole family set up with Tight Lines Apparel. Keep it tight with Tight Lines Apparel. Out on the track, it is the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Chris Cox at the top of the board with a 15.17. James Ingram out on track, the 40 car driver out of Georgia. ninth quick for James, 15.717. Michael Carter in the 15, and always a tough customer. Anthony Marfulio now to the top of the board with a 15.490. As the 15 comes off a turn 4, quick time, 15.421 for the 15, puts him at the top of the board. Kelly Wheeler shutting it down with a missed his time there. 2.13 of Michael Vitale shutting it down, 11th quick. Joseph Grandy in the 5.18, still out on track. It's a pretty stout time by Carter.
Yeah, that's almost a tenth faster than fastest practice lap. So Michael Carter's definitely got this thing on rails right now. Grant Wesley's out on track, yet to put down a lap, coming out of 4 to put down lap 1. 15.565, P13 for Grant. We'll see if he can't speed it up here a little bit more for lap number 2.
New to Friday Night Lights is the 15 car of Justin Sick, driver out of New York, 15.560. Jordan LaFawn out on track for his first laps. Let's watch the 11 car. That driver's out of Indiana, as is the 88 of Grant Wesley. So Wesley shuts it down, 11th quick. Let's go back with LaFawn as he takes his first lap by. That must have been just the time lap. Here we go. Matthew Seymour in the 03 shuts it down, 20th quick. This should be LaFawn's first timed lap. How did the 11 do? 17th quick, 15.637. Doesn't look like anybody has anything for that 15 car at the top of the board with a 15.421.
Jordan LaFawn opting out of a second lap.
Unless he hit the wall possibly on the first lap. I'm not sure. Oh, he did slow to the end, didn't he?
Yeah, on the backstretch there. Looks like Michael Carter is going to get the quick time pole award.
Heat 1 to the grid. Heat 1 to the grid. Congratulations to the 15 car, Michael Carter, with the Tight Lines Apparel quick time. $10 to your account, payable in week 13, sir. Michael Carter, Jason Hines on the front row, Chris Cox, Matt Grimm in row 2, Justin Sick, Donald Ingram in 3, Kelly Wheeler, Paul Thompson round out your field of 8 drivers. All right, leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Please, everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up, half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. You got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody heading to the feature tonight. Race hard, race clean. Put on a great show. Good luck. Tonight, 358 Modifieds are brought to you by A&J Landscaping. I'd like to thank A&J Landscaping for coming on board, as Michael Carter will take us to the green flag, the 15 car. He's got the 66. That's Jason Haynes to his outside. Green flag is out. We are underway. 15 car will dive down low. Haynes is going to stay up high. Slide job coming from the 15. So the 15 car, a little bit of contact. Looks like Haynes will go over the ledge. Back it down. Caution is out. Jason Haynes making a little bit of contact there. Let's take a look. Tonight's replay brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank. Dirt Track Bank does a lot of great things for real race drivers out there. Now has ventured in with Got Your 6 Racing Network to get into the iRacing side of the business. You see the 66 making contact with the 15, gets a little bit loose. The 91 car, nowhere for him to go. 66 will go to the end of the line. Michael Carter at the front of the field. Chris Cox has moved up 1. Matt Grimm in the 91. He moved up 1. Justin Sick, Donald Ingram, Kelly Wheeler, Paul Thompson, and Jason Haynes will fall back 6 spots to the tail end of the field. We will double it up and try it once again. Lights are off on the pace truck on lap 3 of 8. 515 on the outside of the 15. That is your last season champion on the inside. Chris Cox in the 515 is a previous champion. So pretty tough front row. Good start by Michael Carter. Michael Carter will stay up high as the 91 of Graham gets a little bit loose, makes contact with the 515, which opens the door for the newcomer, the 015. That is Justin Sick. Chris Cox trying to come back in the 515, right on the rear bumper of Justin Sick. The 91 car, looks like the 91 car really struggling down low, Clayton.
Yeah, absolutely. This track's not quite a two-lane racetrack just yet. Matt Grimm kind of, unfortunately, learning the hard way. Second all the way back to 6th right now. So Matt's got to get to the top. Looks like he's made it up there now. He can just kind of ride in 6th, hope for a, maybe a mistake or two. If not, he'll be starting a little bit back in the feature. But out of all the speed we saw out of that 91 last week, I don't think we'll see him back towards the back very long come feature time.
515 to Chris Cox, tries a slide job in 1 and 2, comes up short. He loses a lot of ground to that 015 of Justin Sick. Let's go on board with Chris Cox. See what it looks like from the driver's seat on lap 6 of 8. Top 3 kind of spread out. Not sure who's behind Chris Cox. Let's take a look. That would be Kelly Wheeler in the 110 car. So Michael Carter backing up his quick time, pulling away from the field. Justin Sick in P2, 1 lap to go. Chris Cox, Kelly Wheeler in the 110. Donald Ingram in the 10 car. 91 makes contact once again with the 10 car coming off of turn 4. Michael Carter for the win. Justin Sick, Chris Cox, Kelly Wheeler, Donald Ingram, Matt Grimm, Jason Haynes, and Paul Thompson. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. Anthony Marjulio, Caden Berry on the front row. Dean Reynolds, Grant Wesley in row 2. Randy Shreves, Jordan LaFawn in 3. Brandon Wright rounds out your field of 7 drivers. All right, leader, you know the drill. 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. You got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody heading to the feature. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. So you got the New Hampshire boys on the front row. They formerly called the Mass Mafia. I'm not sure if that's still the deal here, but Anthony Marjulio's inside the youngster. That's the 12 car of Caden Berry to his outside. Watch that 88 of Grant Wesley, driver out of Evansville, Indiana, coming off the outside of row number 2. And we would be remiss if we did not mention the 79 car there with Santa on board. That is Dean Reynolds. Caden Berry gets a great run off the top of 2. The 12 car to the point. Anthony Marjulio, he's stuck down low, as is Dean Reynolds. Grant Wesley moves up to P2. Jordan LaFawn in P3. Anthony Marjulio, he is buried down low. He has an opening there. Does he take it? Yes, he will. Anthony Marjulio, it takes him 3 laps to get up to the top lane. The youngster out of New Hampshire, Caden Berry, setting sail up at the front of the field. Grant Wesley, let's go on board with Wesley as he tries to track down the youngster in the 12 car. Wesley right up on the edge. You can hear Berry gets a little bit loose. That might mess up his entry. Great job by Grant Wesley. Let's go on the right rear.
Oh, we've got a caution in the back of the field.
Dean Reynolds. The Santa machine may have been involved. The director of the Super Dirt Car Series, the 79, running behind the 22 of Brandon Wright. 238 with a slide job there. Let's look. 22, I'm not sure what happened. The 238 got a little bit loose. The 22 comes back up into the 238, though.
Yeah, Anthony Marjulio pulled a tight but clean slider out of 2. 22 went down below him, and then it looked like the car just kind of chased up the track into Anthony there. 22 of Brandon Wright's going to go to the back here.
22 to the rear into the field. We saw Caden Berry at the front of the field in the 12 car. We'll have the 88 of Grant Wesley to his outside. So this will be interesting if Caden Berry can actually get a good start on the inside. That inside has not been the place to be here early on restarts. What we will see, Jordan LaFawn back there, Anthony Marfulio in the 238. He's able to hold on to P4. Trying to get the field lined back up. We will let the 79 car finish his repair in the pits. Everyone should be back on the lead lap. We do our best to keep everybody racing. As Dean Reynolds catches up to the tail end of the field, the lights should go off on the pace truck. Excuse me. We're getting ready to go green once again. Caden Berry on the inside, Grant Wesley to his outside. I haven't seen the Caden Berry fan club in the house yet tonight, but I'm watching chat here. I haven't seen them post yet. I'm sure they will be out in numbers here in no time. Coming into turn 3, Caden Berry will restart. Good restart. Nothing the 88 can do with that. Great restart by Caden Berry. Grant Wesley, he'll dive down low in that 88. He'll slide up outside, crossover, coming, contact made by Jordan LaFawn. It looked like LaFawn didn't lift. He will hold on to P3.
Yeah, he got really lucky there. I'm not sure why he didn't let up. I mean, I know every position counts, with this track being so single file right now, but definitely could have made himself, in a lot worse position for the feature if that 238 would have turned back up. But got lucky there, lucky break, and we're still rolling. Everybody's good right now.
Randy Shreve's up one in that 56 machine to P4. Brandon Wright, he's in the 22, battling it out with Marfulio. Marfulio stuck down low with 1 to go. Caden Berry has 2 more corners to navigate for the feature win in the 358 Modifieds. Again, brought to you by A&J Landscaping. Coming off of turn 4, it will be Berry, Wesley, LaFawn, Shreves. That was a good run at the line. Wright, Reynolds, and Marfulio. Heat 3 to the grid. Heat 3 to the grid, please. Clay Christopherson, Joseph Grandy on the front row. Billy Roberts, Michael Vitale in row 2. Reed Sanders, James Ingram in 3. Matthew Seymour will round out your field of 7 drivers. All right, leader, you know the drill. 1.5 car length behind a pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean. Put on a great show. Good luck. Got Joseph Grandy on the outside of that 51. The restart on green. That kind of takes the advantages away, as Clayton and I have talked in the past. We are looking at going on the leader. However, right now it is on the green flag. So the advantage to the 51 kind of goes away a little bit. We will see if Joseph Grandy can hold that outside. Watch that 99 and the 213 as we got all kinds of contact. We will bring out the caution here. Caution comes out for that start. We will line them up and try it one more time. Not sure where the stack up came from. Michael Vitale in the 213. He's got his teammate on the inside. That is the title sponsor of Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights, Mr. Billy Roberts. Thank you for all your support. 213 car on his outside. That is Michael Vitale. I'd like to thank Michael for his service to our nation in the United States Air Force. If you are a veteran out there and you want to run with us, we do charge a driver's fees. However, veterans will never pay to race at Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. So, lights are off on the Pace truck. Here we go. Clay Christopherson, the restart will still be on green. Technically, we did not complete a lap under the green flag. Clay Christopherson, Joseph Grandy, the 99 and the 213. Those are teammates in row number 2. As Clay Christopherson comes out of turn 4, green flag is out. We are underway. Christopherson in the 51 will dive down low, slide job coming. Doesn't have time to get up there. Give the lead to the 518. Christopherson will now find a spot as Vitale and Billy Roberts run side by side. And the 40 of James Ingram. He thought about diving down low. The 99 was in his way. They make contact. The 4 makes contact. Everybody able to drive away. Joseph Grandy at the front of the field with Clay Christopherson. Vitale. Oh, is that Billy Roberts off the top? Somebody went off the top. Wasn't Billy Roberts. Must have been the 4 of Reed Sanders off the top. Joseph Grandy still at the front of the field. He's about to have his rear bumper full of that 51 car of Clay Christopherson. Grandy dives down low. Will a crossover come? Good run off the bottom. Let's tune back out. Slide job from the 51. Crossover from Grandy. At the line, Grandy still holds the lead on lap 6 of 8. Or we're on lap 6 of 8. Grandy starting to run the bottom in 1 and 2, top in 3 and 4. Christopherson is doing just the opposite. Good battle for the lead. If Clay Christopherson, he's there. He closes the door on the 518. Put Clay Christopherson on the point. Joseph Grandy falls back to P2. 213 of Michael Vitale and Billy Roberts battling it out. That is your top 4 up front. Grandy's not done. Slide job coming. Christopherson able to cover on the high side in that 51 machine. 1 lap to go. 1 corner to go. 51 of Clay Christopherson will take the win, followed by Grandy, Vitale, Billy Roberts, Matthew Seymour, James Ingram, and Reed Sanders. Three minutes of warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have 3 minutes of warm-up. We will be right back after a word from our supporters.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. The issue has been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back. Getting ready for the 25-lap feature. Grant Wesley at the top of the board in warm-ups, followed by Carter, Grandy, Sick, Marjulio are your top 5. Feature to the grid. Feature to the grid, please. If I can get my grid to come up here. There we go. Michael Carter, Caden Berry on the front row. Clay Christopherson, Justin Sick in row number 2. Grant Wesley on the inside of Grandy in row number 3. Chris Cox, Jordan LaFawn in 4. Michael Vitale, Kelly Wheeler in row number 5. Randy Shreves, Billy Robertson, 6. Donald Ingram, Brandon Wright in 7. Matthew Seymour, Matt Grimm in 8. Dean Reynolds, James Ingram in 9. Jason Hines, Anthony Marfulio in 10. Reed Sanders and Paul Thompson round out your field of 22 drivers. All right, drivers, welcome to the feature. 25 laps to get it done. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Remember, caution comes out, back off the throttle, the field is frozen. Again, 25 laps to get it done. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Michael Carter with Caden Berry to his outside on that front row. Newcomer Justin Sick on the outside of row number 2. Kind of interested what that 0-15 can do. He's got Clay Christopherson on his inside in that 51. Grant Wesley, Joseph Grandy. That is a tough third row. As is row number 4 with LaFawn and Cox. You could go through the field all night long. Man, we got some of the best on the sim, in my opinion. So we're getting ready to go green. Michael Carter will take us to the green flag. Again, 25 laps. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next are the Pro Late Models right here at Lernerville. As the 15 car, nope, pace truck is still out there. One more time by. That 15 car, Clayton's going to be hard to beat off that front row. Caden Berry was on a rail early, as was the 51. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be I think the first start here is going to be the outside. And then anticipating a caution. Once the leader can determine the green, I think the bottom will start to show advantage. But here we go.
Green flag is out. We are underway. Caden Berry, he pulls up to the outside. The 15 car, slider coming. He's able to clear the field. Good run off the top side by the 12 car of Caden Berry. Berry pulls up underneath the 15 as the caution comes out. Might have been the 40 car. Again, tonight's replay is brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank. Dirt Track Bank is where Got Your 6 Racing Network banks. Pretty cool bank. Customer service second to none. I live in California. The bank is in Malvern, Iowa. Never had to step foot inside the bank. Great folks. Check them out. Kind of cool to have a ATM card with a Pro late model on it. The bank does have its own late model, so pretty cool play. Pretty cool folks. So Michael Carter holds off Caden Berry. We were about to have a battle at the front. Everybody was able to check up for the caution. Boy, we had some problems last week, Clayton. People piling in. We will line it up and give it another go here. Pace truck is up, as is the 15 of Michael Carter. A little bit different when the leader restarts. Carter able to get a good run. Berry does not let Carter get far from his front bumper. Justin Sick on the outside up the 51 of Clay Christopherson. Good run, Sick right up on the... I have no idea where the 15 went.
Michael Carter jumped the ledge, it looks like. I'm going to have to go back. I don't see a 2X or a 4X on the race control stuff here, but oh yeah, tough break. Michael Carter just jumps the cushion on his own, spins it, and comes to a stop on the exit of 4.
Yeah, I don't have that as we're going to have to take a look. There is the 15. 15's in good shape there, coming into 1 and 2. The 12 car putting the pressure on the 15. Michael Carter with a good run off the top. You can see that top already getting super slick. Oh, the 15 looks like he over-rotated a little bit. Just over the edge he goes.
Well, if we didn't have a show before here, Joe, we're going to have one now with that 15. That kid knows nothing but how to run up front. So we're going to see what he can do getting through the field, see if he can't get back up towards the front by the end of this.
That is Caden Berry at the front of the field. See if we can get caught up here. Caden Berry with Clay Christopherson. He will be up there next to the youngster. Justin Sick in the 15 is back there. Not sure what the 15 is going to bring, as he is brand new just today to Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. He's ran a couple races with us in the past. 15 car is typically super quick. So you got a stacked front here. Berry, Christopherson, Sick, Wesley Cox, Grandy, Vitaly Lafon. You can just go through the field. The hits keep coming. As Caden Berry takes the green flag. Good restart by the 12 car. Justin Sick on the inside. Slide job coming, I would anticipate. Great run off the top side by Berry. Berry able to clear Justin Sick. Sick will fall in line. No, he won't. 15 car. He's trying to run that bottom, and he's making it work.
Oh, we've got a spin off of 4 here.
As the caution comes back out once again, it's like Donald Ingram. Donald is a Navy veteran, as always. Like to thank our veterans. Donald, thank you for your service. Looks like the 213 of Vitaly coming down. 10 car going up at the same time. Those two make contact. Incidental contact was the call by race control. No EOLs. So, Berry able to hold off Sick. We're only on lap 3 of 25. We do have a ways to go. Spoke with Caden Berry a little bit this afternoon. That kid wants a championship at Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights, and he is showing it. Has never really run enough races with us to put together a championship run, so this winter may be the time. As a pace truck exit, Berry will take control of the field. Good restart off the top side. We saw Justin Sick running the bottom. He'll stay up high in 1 and 2. It will be Joseph Grandy, the first car to dive down low. He pulls up alongside the 88. Grandy can't get by Grant Wesley. Wesley holds on to P4. Looks like your top few are going to get nose to tail as the 15 of Justin Sick putting on the pressure.
Yeah, how about
Sick
the new
with
guy?
A great run off a 2. He checks up. Berry off that bottom side just didn't get a drive off the bottom, Clayton.
He's got Justin Sick in the 015's got the fastest lap of the race by 2/10. Oh, as soon as I say that, the other almost new guy, Matt Grimm, back in P12 with a 16.16, now the new fastest. Man, these new guys, I love seeing it. Here to shake up the field, get them some wins as well. This is good racing right now.
Clay Christopherson dives down low. He's going to take a look. Clayton, I think it's about time. Let's try to turn it up real quick. Just as I do that, the caution comes out. Notice that we don't have audio. Let's see if we can't fix that here real quick. Not sure if we fix it or not. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Sound issues are going to be the death of me here. Caden Berry still at the front of the field in the 12 car. On lap 8 of 25. See if that didn't fix the race audio. If not, we'll have to do something different here. Caden Berry, Justin Sick, Christopherson, Wesley, Joseph Grandy, your top 5. Not sure what's going on, but I did not fix the audio, so I'll work on that over the. There we go. We do have some audio. Caden Berry with a great restart over Justin Sick. 12 car pulls way out now. Christopherson, we're starting to see that bottom side get to work as the 88 car, the 518, the 11, the 515. Some of your front runners, some of the best in the business, taken down to the bottom side. We're going to go 3 wide off the bottom. Christopherson. Grant Wesley took a peek on lap 11 of 25. Caution comes out once again. Kelly Wheeler involved. That is the 110 car. Looks like the 515 got loose. The 110 of Wheeler locked them up, but could not get it slowed down.
Yeah, we got just a chain reaction of checking up in front. 22 of Brandon Wright kind of know where to go. It looks like Joseph Grandy gets in a little too hot on the back of Grant Wesley, and then Chris Cox locks up, and then Kelly Wheeler, and then Brandon Wright's just there to make the contact. That's a big old chain reaction if I've ever seen it. That's just a racing incident. Nobody's going to go for this one. That's a chain reaction to check it up here, guys. Brandon Wright, I know you got nowhere to go. No EOLs given out.
And I swear this audio this week is going to be the death of me. Caden Berry still at the front of the field. We'll call the race with or without sound of the cars out on track. My apologies out there for those of you tuning in.
Green flag, green flag.
Great restart by Caden Berry.
Chris Cox mowing the yard down in 1 and 2. He's running solo right now. Jordan LaFawn's going to clear him on the outside because of that.
Justin Sick dives down low, can't get by. Craig Christopherson in the 51. He's in P3. Wesley, Joseph Grandy, Chris Cox. Jordan LaFawn remains on the high side. He'll get by the 515 here. We got a group in the back. That is the 4 car of Reed Sanders. He's battling it out with Seymour back there. Michael Carter trying to come back through the field. Vitali is back there. Randy Shreves is back there. We have some super quick cars in the back of the field. That is the 238 of Marfulio. He gets close to the top. Kelly Wheeler is back there. Speed throughout the field. Back in the back of the field, they are running that bottom side. Meanwhile, up front, Caden Berry in the 12 car. On lap 16 of 25, the top starting to wear out. We're going to go side by side. Clay Christopherson, somebody off the top. That was the 337, no caution. Justin Sick now. Let's go on board with Justin Sick. Slide job coming. He will take the lead. Crossover coming from Caden Berry. Berry now with a slide job. Crossover from Sick at the front of the field. It will be Berry at the line. He covers that slide job from the 15. Did Berry just find a new line? Is that bottom side the place to be as Clay Christopherson works the bottom for P3? That is now Grandy on the bottom side. Great battle at the front of the field. Berry, Clay Christopherson, he moves up in the 51. He's running the middle in 3 and 4. Watch Christopherson dive it down low in 1 and 2. Can he get a run off the bottom side? Berry up high. Holds off the 51 of Clay Christopherson. Christopherson up to P2. Justin Sick, now Joseph Grandy. Monkey see, monkey do. He goes down to the bottom. Paul Thompson involved in an incident. .337 car just gets in there a little bit hot. Track super slick. Around he goes.
Yeah, the cause of the caution is the 238 of Anthony Marfulio in 1 and 2. Just kind of gets in a little too hot on the bottom, washes up into the 03, turns him around sideways right in front of Randy Shreves there in the 56. Also contact with Kelly Wheeler. Anthony Marfulio is going to go to the back here.
Meanwhile, I'm trying every sound setting I have, and nothing has worked so far. So, Caden Berry still at the front of the field. We restart. Lap 21 of 25 underway. Christopherson in P2. Justin Sick in P3. 51 does not get a good run off the bottom. That will allow Sick in the 15 car. Will he be able to slide up and get in front of the 51? He decides to keep it down low. We saw Christopherson really good on the bottom side. Caden Berry likes to see this in his rearview mirror at the 15 and the 51, or the 015 and the 51 battle it out. Clay Christopherson is in the third and final podium. Now the 51 gets able to get down low. He's trying to get underneath the 015 on lap 23 of 25. Don't look now. Grandy on the top side. Randy Shreves involved in an incident. Let's take a look. Over the top he goes. He'd have been all right, except hit the wall on the exit there.
Yeah, you want to make, he makes contact with the 03, but when you're over the ledge, it doesn't bring out the caution unless, cars are involved, causing a main incident. But with Randy pulling back on track in front of others, causes him to make contact with the 03 and then the wall. Randy's going to be at the back here.
Man, we're going to have 3 to go here. Caden Berry at the front of the field. This will tighten the field back up. Berry, great restart so far. Does Justin Sick have anything for the New Hampshire youngster? Again, Justin Sick is from New York. Clay Christopherson in the 51. He is in the final podium position. Caden Berry battling for his entry into the week $500 week 13 Dirt Track Bank Dash for cash coming up. To qualify, you must be a feature winner, participate in at least 6 weeks of the season. If we can't fill the field with feature winners, then we go down to points. So all points count. Points are a accumulation of points, all 3 divisions. However, the best way to get there, Clayton, is to win a feature.
Easiest way to do it. Win and you're in.
Caden Berry, a good restart. Justin Sick goes along with the youngster. Sick is going to go down low. Barry covers the top. 15 car will get online behind the 12. Now 6 starts to run the middle. Clay Christopherson in P3. He's going to fall Sick on the bottom side, while Joseph Grandy, he wants a podium here. 1 lap to go. Barry has 2 corners to navigate. Goes down low to block the 15. He will do it. 12 car off of 4. Barry, Sick, Christopherson, your top 3. Top 3, start finish line, please. Top 3, start finish line. We will get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. Caden Berry drives the 12 car to the victory and secures his starting spot as long as he meets the 6-week requirement. All right, drivers, don't forget to go up for your interviews. We will get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. That's the way to start the night, Clayton.
Absolutely. Gonna pull Clay Christopherson up, our P3 finish here. Hey Clay, it's Clay 10 in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a run for you there. Starting third, finishing third. So can't complain about that. I know everybody wants a win here to get in the Dirt Track Bank Dash for cash, but man, you had it on wheels on the bottom, on the top. What was it going to take there to catch that 0-15 and the 12 of Caden up front?
I think it was just for them to mess up. That was kind of the only way to pass here. It was slick. If you hit the spot right, you can get some good grip. But if you slipped a little bit, that's when the bottom shined. But then that bottom even got thinner. This track wore out really quick, in my opinion. It was weird.
Yeah, I noticed it. I know, doing a lot of racing here myself, it's about halfway through a feature, you'll get a really good run on the bottom, and it only seemed to last about 5-6 laps, and then it was kind of back to the top. Who do you got to thank on that 51 car tonight, bringing it home P3?
FTM, Swan Speed Shop, and Dean Reynolds, all them guys helping me out, doing all the practice sessions and such.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is the 51 car of Clay Christopherson. We'll get newcomer Justin Sick in the 0-1-5. Moves up 2 from his start. Justin, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, welcome to the show. You can only get one position better of your re-emergence in Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights, man. Walk us through your night in that 0-15.
Yeah, man, it was exciting for sure. Wasn't sure, I wasn't sure what to expect. I've raced with some of these guys. I recognize some names, but some I don't. But no, the track started to slick off for the feature, and I was just like, man. And I was telling Jordan LaFon, I said, man, I was like, there's a fine line on that top side, and I was really scared flirting with it. But we had a little bit of contact with the 51 car, but I don't think he realized I was still on his outside there. But no, it was fun. I think if we had a few more laps and a good solid green flag run, I think I could have had something for the 12.
Yeah, man, great run. Again, welcome back to the show. It's great to have you, man. Who do you want to thank for putting that 0-1-5 on the podium?
We got to thank all the guys over at HSR. It's a great group of guys over there. Everybody that puts in work at Apex Industries, they got our setups on point, and, it doesn't matter for this because, this is your deal in there. But no, we got Lafler Construction, my fiance for, sitting here and letting me do this stuff. And, you guys, of course, for putting on a show and giving us something to go back and watch.
Yeah, man, you're going to run the Pro late models and the 305s, or what's the plan?
I'm going to run the late models, but not the 305s.
All right, man. Keep in mind the $500 dash for cash in week 13 is a accumulation. It's a regular Friday Night Lights show. It's accumulation of all 3 cars that night. It determines payout. So get in that sprint car, brother, and start practicing.
I hear you.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Clayton, have you caught up with our winner?
Yeah, I'll bring up the winner here. Starting second, started on the front row, picked up 1 spot. Caden, it's Clayton in the booth. You got me?
Yep.
Man, what a performance by you leading. I believe, I don't think you didn't lead a lap. If so, it was a little, only a few. But man, that 12 car, it seemed up top, on the bottom. You had speed everywhere, man. Walk us through your night tonight.
Yeah, I was trying to the bottom at the beginning of the race because, I seen them kind of catching a little bit there, and top was just gone the whole entire time. And I was like, I don't know if I should stick with the top here, but usually around Lernerville, that's the way around. But once I moved to the bottom in the beginning, I was losing a lot of momentum. I had to block a little bit there, but towards the end, it was really good.
Absolutely. So you're running second. Michael Carter's, a very dominant name here in the modifieds. Michael Carter goes off the ledge, man. What are you thinking at that moment?
Just focus. That's just the key. You know what I mean? I don't really think about too much stuff when I'm racing. I'm just focused right behind the wheel.
I hear that, man. Well, congratulations tonight on a win. Who do you got to thank on that 12 car?
I want to thank my sponsors, Turn One Graphics, ZMAX, and Adams Auto Care. Also, want to thank the Berry family, the Marcoux family, and the Ryder family, and Cece, and you, and all the sponsors that are helping this league out.
So I see you're never gotten a chance to talk to you, man, but I see you're an actual sprint car driver outside of it. Never dipped my toes into sprint cars. Not a huge fan of them here on the sim, but man, is it as fun outside of the sim as they are here on the sim?
Yeah, they're both fun. They're wild, different breed, different than other cars. You know what I mean? They're just awesome.
Absolutely. Do you run 305, 360s, or 410s? What are you guys running?
360.
That's awesome, man. Well, congratulations winning it tonight. We're gonna see you in the late models.
For sure.
All right, buddy. We wish you the best of luck, man. Congrats again.
Thank you, man.
All right, Clayton, there you have it. We'll take a quick break. I'll try to work on some sound settings here. Hopefully I can get that squared away. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be with the pro late models right here at Lernerville.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army, and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured. And that's so frustrating. It's so hard to tell someone that. And it's so easy to slip back. And every single time you have to find a new way to fight it, it's a different monster every time you battle it.
This can feel daunting to a warrior who is suddenly forced to leave everything they know, trust, and love, finding themselves at the beginning of an unknown and possibly frightening new journey. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
We're in the right place at the right time in our lives to be able to take these guys that are wounded and put them in front of people that can actually show them that there is a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood within the motorsports industry, that there is potential for career opportunities for them if they have the skill set.
Motorsports offers an opportunity to regain that sense of identity within a safe, fast-paced team environment, providing a renewed sense of purpose. It has many facets, all created by teams working together for success on the track. Like in the military, in motorsports the goal is in accomplishing the mission, winning as a team, collectively celebrating the successes and supporting teammates through the losses. Through motorsport opportunities, Operation Motorsport assists medically transitioning service members and veterans with discovering new ways of achieving a renewed sense of hope, purpose and pride.
Besides the basic brake changing, oil changing, tire rotation, I've actually learned how to assemble and disassemble some engine parts, change some axles, do some alignments and stuff. So give it a try. You never know. This was nothing that I expected. I did not expect to be fully suited, jumping over a wall while cars are going 100 and something miles an hour.
From motors to media, tires to tickets, and hot laps to hospitality. Operation Motorsport provides beneficiaries the chance to become immersed within professional motorsports and provides them with the opportunity to find out firsthand what captivates their imagination and interest. These opportunities provide an avenue of discovery within the motorsports immersion or diversionary therapy programs, all within the Excite, Engage and Empower recovery programs. Operation Motorsport also offers virtual engagements and recovery opportunities through an iRacing league, engaging beneficiaries in a safe, competitive environment from the comfort and safety of their home. Meeting other like-minded people, service members and veterans on the virtual racetrack, opening the doors to Motorsport Academy programs that prepare beneficiaries for their first encounters at the racetrack, and possibly leading to a day when they can get behind the wheel.
A team environment's a perfect place for people like us to kind of get back into some kind of normalcy when you go through a lot when you get medically discharged. And it kind of sucks and you put through the ringer, but I feel like what Operation Motorsport's doing is just something that's just really valuable.
Operation Motorsport prides itself in keeping beneficiaries engaged after the race weekend, throughout their recovery and beyond, through our recovery programs, or as a member of the 22 pit crew. No matter the background or story, Operation Motorsport is always there to listen, provide a safe and comfortable space, and a trusted circle of confidence that is open and honest about what difficulties may lie ahead for those transitioning out of a military career. Operation Motorsport believes in the power of team, identity, and purpose.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As promised, we are back with the Pro Late models here at Lernerville. As I'm still getting Justin Sick at the top of the board with a 14.511. Get all cars clear the track, please. All cars clear the track. Thank you, everybody, for tuning back in with us. Pierce, we do have some kind of sound of the cars. We'll go over these rules once again. Everybody clear the track, please. Track is closed. Everybody clear the track. All right, fellas, welcome to the Pro Late Models here at Lernerville. Once again, we'll go over the rules real quick. If you do not show up for the photo or the interview and you are on the podium, you will get an EOL next week. Bring out 2 cautions in any race, feature or heat. You are DQ'd from that division for that night. Intentional contact will never be tolerated. You will be suspended. The length of the suspension determines on the severity of the contact. We do have a protest system. If you look in our Discord, there is a protest folder. It's got a protest form in there. If there's something we missed throughout the night, please fill that out, send it in to us, and we will take a look. Call-outs are absolutely never appropriate. All we ask is that you cool down before you message another driver, an admin, anybody that has anything to do with the league. Call-outs will not be tolerated. We actually had 2 suspensions this week, so it's taken very serious. We ask that everyone treat each other with respect. Blinking, first time you will receive a warning. Second time EOL. Third time you'll be asked to park it for the night. Keep in mind, incidents count against your overall points in the championship standings. So any wreck you get in, that is points off of your night. Cautions come out. We had a big problem last week of people piling into cautions. When a caution comes out, the field is froze. Caution comes out off the throttle. The last thing you need to do, I watched all the replays last week. We had a lot of guys damage their own cars and the cars of others by not letting off the throttle and continuing to race after a caution comes out. So be smart. Put yourself in a good position to finish well. Caution comes out off the throttle. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Now would be the time. None heard. We're going to advance in about 1 minute. Good luck. The track is open. It's like Jordan LaFawn playing around in the pits. Justin Sick, Grandy, Donald Linger, Chris Cox, Brandon Wright, your top 5 in practice. The 15 car, he is your reigning champion. That is Michael Carter. He's down in P10 tonight. The 115 is teammate Kale is not with us tonight. Messaged me earlier this week. Had a Christmas party to attend. Family, as always, does come first. So we do have 2 drop weeks here at Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights, where you are able to drop a week or 2 weeks. Tonight's Quick Time Award brought to you by CTM Motorsports. That 15 car is part of CTM. They put up the money. It is $10 for the quick time. That goes throughout the 12-week season. That money is paid in week 13. It adds up throughout the season. So I'd like to thank the boys at CTM for putting up those funds for us. As we are getting ready to get after it. All right, boys. Tonight's Quick Time Award brought to you by CTM Motorsports. $10 on the line. Go get it. So that was a great way to start the night in the 358s, Clayton. Not sure what to expect. This is only our second ever race in a pro late model. So we'll follow along. 238, that's Anthony Marfulio. He's out on track in the pro late model. Going to give it a go. Jason Hines in the 66 is back with us. Brandon Wright in that 22 machine is out on track. Billy Roberts, Gears Unlimited driver in the 99 is back with us. Dean Reynolds, the 79 car of Dean Reynolds is out on track in the pro late models. As always, great to have the director of the Super Dirt Car Series race with us. Dean, thank you so much for coming out. Oh, and I had the board turned off. My apologies. Donald Linger, 14 of 6, 22, top of the board. Michael Carter in the 15 out on track. He'll take over the pole. 14.502 for the 15. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Carter at the front of the field. Grant Wesley. Will he be able to improve on his second lap just off the pace of Carter? Coming to the flag. No, sir. 14.959. Michael Vitale shutting it down in the 213. 14th quick. A 40 car of James Ingram, driver out of Georgia, out on track. We got some big hitters still to come. We just saw Randy Shreves put down 10th quick for Shreves. Justin Sick, 14.555. He'll move up to P2. Can Sick improve on his first lap? Coming off of turn 4 to the flag stand for the 015. No, sir. 14.567. Jordan LaFawn out on track in that 11 machine. Fourth quick for Jordan on his first lap. 14.582 for the 11 car. Coming off a turn 4. 14.6.11. A little bit worse on his second lap for Jordan LaFon. Michael Carter still at the top of the board, 14.502. So another possible quick time award. Well, my board shows everyone qualified, Clayton. So I think Michael Carter gets another $10 added to his account.
He sure does. Michael Carter put down almost a half of a tenth faster than Justin Sick.
Thank you, Justin. I'm happy I got the 15 seconds too.
Justin Sick, new guy. He's making his name known real quick here. Second fastest right now. Looks like he's going to stay second fastest. Everybody's qualified already. So we're rolling off into Heat 1 here.
Heat 1 to the grid. Heat 1 to the grid, please. Michael Carter, Grant Wesley on the front row. Kurt Schatzer, Chris Cox in row 2. Donald Ingram, Brandon Wright in row 3. Anthony Marvulio, Caden Berry in row number 4. Michael Vitale, Kelly Wheeler in the 5th and final row. Congratulations to the 15 car of Michael Carter with the CTM Motorsports Quick Time. Leader, you know the drill. 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Everyone heading to the feature. Got 8 laps to get it done. Race hard, race clean. Put on a great show. Good luck. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. Sounds like Chris Cox had some.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
Chris Cox might have had an issue getting in the field. I don't know if he'll be able to enter.
This is going to be your call. We saw an iRacing glitch with the Outlaw League Tuesday night where they gridded, but then it threw them out. We had the guys go green and then back under pacing in 1 and 2 so the driver could make the start. Would you like me to do that here or?
Yeah, let's try. Everyone pays to race, so let's try it.
All right, guys, everybody pays to race here. So just roll across the green flag when we go green. We're going to let Chris come out. Chris is going to rejoin the field. Chris Cox is gridded 4th. Everybody's going to re-rack initial starting spots, so don't fire off here when the flag goes green. Michael, just roll through, go into 1 and 2, then I'm going to throw the caution. Chris, you come out, take up 4th, then we'll re-rack everybody. I'll clear anybody's flags, and then we'll go green. Any questions?
So trying to get the field reset, had an iRacing glitch with one of the drivers. Tonight's Pro Late Models brought to you by Sanders Racing. Like to thank Sanders Racing for coming on board, stepping up. Brand new to Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. Did not hesitate to sponsor the Pro Late Models. Reed, greatly appreciated, my friend, and appreciate our conversations throughout the weeks.
Don't worry about pit speed, Chris.
As we're waiting on the 515, who got booted out of the server by iRacing, is able to get back in.
I got to turn my block up to start because I got around Anthony and.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm going to clear everybody's. I'm sure when Chris falls back into 4th here, it'll all mix everybody up and some people will get some flags. So, Chris, looking at the grid here, you were 4th. Go ahead, fall into 4th.
Chris Cox goes off the ledge trying to get back to his 4th starting position. So there is the 515. We are going green next time by. Michael Carter and Grant Wesley on the front row. Virginia and Indiana on the front row. My teammate, that's the 18 car of Kurt Schatzer in the dirt track bank number 18. Driver out of Pennsylvania. Works on roofs. You see Schatzer roofing on board that 18 machine. Man, it is freezing. Probably for a lot of you out there. So greatly appreciate everyone tuning in. I hope everybody is well, warm, and safe as Michael Carter gets the restart. Carter will dive down low. The 88 car, that is Grant Wesley with a great run off the top side. Kurt Schatzer stuck down low as the 88 will take over P1. Chris Cox, he follows along with the 88. Now the 15 is able to get to the top side. Kurt Schatzer stuck down low. Caden Berry getting by on the outside. Schatzer tries to send it in there, makes contact with the 12 car.
Oh, just barely misses being clear of him. Catches him with the right rear. Tough
There's
break for
the
Kurt
18
here.
car sends it. Caden Berry on the high side. Just makes contact with that right rear over the cushion. Goes the 12 car.
Aiden Berry gonna take his fast repair here. That car must be. Oh yeah, looking at him on camera here, that car is beat up.
So Grant Wesley at the front of the field. Michael Carter fell back to P3. The bottom is not where you want to be right now. As that 15 car got trapped down low, he will slide back to P3. Grant Wesley, Chris Cox, 1-2. Michael Carter, as you heard, Caden Berry takes his quick repair in the heat race. We still have, we're on lap 3 of 8, so a little bit of time for the 12 car to work through the field. Kurt Schatzer in the 18, he's back in P9. Lights are off on the pace truck, getting ready to go green this time. Bye. As the 15 blinks. Comes back on the track, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as Grant Wesley in the 88 gets a great restart. Chris Cox, Michael Carter back together once again. No love lost between these two, the 15 and the 515. Donald Ingram in P4. Brandon Wright in the 22. He is in, oh, the tally came in super hot. The 515 is gone. Chris Cox falling to the back of the field. And now Grant Wesley's going to have to contend. Oh, the 515 is back. We'll have to keep a close eye on that 515. Nothing worse than following a car that is blinking. Talk about distracting. Grant Wesley at the front of the field. Driver out of Evansville, Indiana. 1 lap to go. Wesley, Cox, Carter, top 3. Donald Ingram. Brandon Wright rounds out your top 5. Wesley, 2 more corners to navigate. 88 car coming out of turn 4. Wesley, Cox, Carter, Ingram, Wright.
Michael, I'm sorry about that.
Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. Justin Sick, Jordan LaFawn on the front row. Grandy Shreves in row 2. Billy Roberts, Clay Christopherson in row number 3. Jason Hines, Dean Reynolds in 4. Matthew Seymour, James Ingram round out your field of 10 drivers. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Everyone heading to the feature. Got 8 laps to get it done. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Kind of interested to see how the newcomer on the pole for Heat 2 does here, Clayton, in that 015.
Yeah, he's got one heck of a late model driver on his outside, Jordan LaFawn. With the green flag starting the race, if Jordan can time it, I think Jordan will be able to pull away here, but we'll see if Justin can't maybe slide job Oh, excuse me. Slide job in 1 and 2 and possibly keep the lead for himself here coming to the green.
I'm noticing a lot of the same sponsors on the side of those two cars. We'll have to find out if they're teammates or not. Good restart. They're side by side at the line. 15's going to dive down low. LaFawn will cover the top. Good run off of 2. Sick will get on the high line. Randy Shreves in P3. Grandy in the 518 in P4. Clay Christopherson in that 51 mellow yellow. Looks like Dean Reynolds caught up. 51 gets a little bit loose. 66. 99 off the top. 79 follows him.
Wait, did I get into you?
So Justin Sick able to cover the lead from the pole here. Jordan LaFawn in P2 in that 11 car.
I didn't know if I picked you with the butt or not.
Joseph Grandy in the 518. He is in the 3rd position. Randy Shreves in the 56. On lap 2 of 8, so we got a ways to go.
Got multiple cars going off track on the back stretch, guys. It's just racing, hard racing. No EOLs are handed out. 1 to green.
Clayton, you can give me an EOL if you like, because I suck.
Hey, man, if that's sucking, I suck too. It's all good. Happens to everybody. Good luck.
Yeah, we need to remind the drivers, due to sound issues, all driver communications are live on the air tonight. So, as is your response, Clayton. So keep that in mind. Wasn't able to separate that channel. Justin Sick with a restart. LaFawn gets a good run. Sick goes over the edge, right rear off the top. 51 makes contact with Randy Shreves as the 518 is stuck down low. Sick at the front of the field. Slide job gets by the 11. Jordan LaFawn with a crossover. 11 car back to the point. These two putting pressure on each other. Randy Shreves once in that battle. LaFawn will run the middle. Yikes. 15 car pulls even. He's going to go to the bottom. Slide job coming. Just ricochets off the nose of the 11, I think. Let's go on the nose cam of Jordan LaFawn.
Yeah, 015. Thank you for that call out. I appreciate it. Also, guys, keep race comms to a minimum here tonight. Everything's on the broadcast, so just keep it to a minimum, calling out blacks. Any incidents, if it feels like it's...
We are on the nose of the 11 coming towards the caution. There is the 15. LaFawn with the crossover just lifts up the rear end of that 015 a touch. Jordan LaFawn will keep the lead. The 015 of Sick will move to the tail end of the field. That 15 car was on a rail. Again, I think those two are teammates, Clayton.
Yeah, I believe so. In Justin Six's interview that we had in the modified race earlier on this evening, he mentioned that him and Jordan were talking about what line was good and what line was going away. I think they are teammates, so it's good to see Jordan brought, you know, if they're a part of Jordan LaFawn's organization or team, then Justin Six definitely got some speed underneath that right foot. Just an unfortunate situation there. Thought he was clear, simply wasn't. But I'm sure we'll see Justin Sick probably pick up a few spots here and then work his way through the feature. Now he's going to be starting towards the back, so I'm sure he'll put on quite the show.
The back of that 56 car not looking so healthy there. That's Randy Shreves. He's currently in P2. So we'll see how the 56 handles once that rear spoiler's about gone. On lap 5 of 8, Jordan LaFawn with the restart. Pulls away from that 56 car of Shreves. Shreves up on the high side. I think that car is not handling well, as the 51 of Clay Christopherson is in P3. Billy Robertson, the 99, P4. Joseph Grandy, 518, P5. Matthew Seymour in the 03, having a decent run in the 03. He's up 3 from his start. up to P6. Dean Reynolds back on track. Jason Hines, Justin Sick has moved up 1. Up front, Jordan LaFawn, 1 to go. 11 car with clear track in front of him. Randy Shreves holding down P2. LaFawn with 2 more corners to navigate. Driver out of Indiana. Looks like it pushed. Good run for LaFawn, Shreves, Christopherson, your top 3. Roberts, Grandy round out your top 5. Warm up for 3 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard, we do have 3 minutes of warm up, so we will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom, 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready for your 25-lap feature in the Pro Late Models here at Lernerville. Donald Ingram at the top of the board in warm-ups in that 10 car. So add a new name to the list that is super quick. Donald Ingram, top of the board. Sick, LaFawn, Carter in that list. Feature to the grid, please. As we pull up your grid for the 25-lap feature. Wesley LaFawn on the front row. Cox Shreves in row 2. Carter Christopherson in 3. Ingram and Billy Roberts in row number 4. Brandon Wright, Joseph Grandy in 5. Kurt Schatzer, Matthew Seymour in 6. Marv Julio and Sick in row number 7. Kelly Wheeler, Jason Hines in row number 8. Caden Berry, Dean Reynolds in 9. Michael Vitale and James Ingram round out your field of 20 drivers. All right, drivers, welcome to the feature. 25 laps to get it done. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Again, you have 25 laps to get it done. Be patient. Work your way to the front. You have time. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. So we're going to see what the 88 car has. Man, we have seen some absolutely outstanding racing tonight in the 358s and the Pro Late models. These guys are absolutely getting after it. For those of you out there tuning in, rooting on your favorite driver, greatly appreciated. That is the only reason why we're here, is to bring the show to you so these guys can put a show on for their friends and family. So greatly appreciate everyone taking the time out of your busy schedules to tune in. And since I might forget, I wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. And guess we'll have another race before New Year's. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Grant Wesley at the front of the field with Jordan LaFond to his outside. The 11 was super quick. We'll see if Chris Cox, he had some blinking issues. Clayton and I were talking about it off the air, that if he starts blinking again, we'll probably throw the caution, move him to the tail end, as that is super distracting. Green flag is out. We're underway. LaFond on the high side. We've seen the 11 car run that high side super well. 88 car tries to slide up. Chris Cox now is on the bottom side. Can Chris Cox get back to the high side? Michael Carter is going to follow Chris Cox. Jordan LaFond with the lead, starting to open up a lead over Chris Cox and Grant Wesley. 56 car, Randy Shreves is there. Michael Carter, Clay Christopherson in the 51.
We've got a massive wreck. I believe 4 or 5 cars off the ledge on the backstretch.
Trying to look for a good camera view. So Billy Robertson, the 99, gets super loose. Comes up in front of the 18, Schatzer. 518 goes over, 99 goes over, 18 goes over, 03 goes over. Out in the grass here at Lernerville.
Come on around, Dean.
So that 11 car of Jordan LaFond opened up a pretty stout lead over Grant Wesley. We will bring them back together and try it one more time. Jordan LaFond, Grant Wesley on that front row. 2 Indiana drivers going to battle it out at the front row. Chris Cox out of Des Moines, Iowa in the inside of row number 2 as we delay the restart. On lap 3 of 25.
Didn't see one more car coming off pit road. Pace cars coming off the pits right now. Everybody just hold it up.
As we wait for the pace car to capture the field. Taking its own sweet time.
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
All right, pace truck has the field. LaFond will take over his position on the inside of that front row.
Front row, tighten it up to the pace car, please.
Tonight we are seeing some of the best racing on the sim, in my opinion. These guys are putting on a whale of a show. I may be a little biased. That's to be determined at a later date.
I love seeing a full field of late models, especially with these guys and their amounts of talent that they have. This is some of the best on the sim. Watching these guys throw down in these cars at this track, it's a great combination tonight. So far, some of the best racing. I agree with you.
Jordan LaFond coming off of turn 4. Pace truck will take the 1 to go this time by. As we take one more slow lap and then let the chaos begin. LaFond Wesley on that front row. Chris Cox, Randy Shreves, Michael Carter, Clay Christopherson. Good restart by the 11. He will pull in front of that 88. LaFawn will stay up high. Chris Cox. Jason Hines involved in an incident into 66. We had 2 cars go off the top under caution. See what race control decides to do with that bit of information. Not sure I've seen a car go off the top under caution, let alone 2 at the same time. So that's kind of different, Clayton.
Yeah, both of these. I mean, both of ththese guys are the cause of the caution, and then the contact with each other later. Both of them, I believe, are going to be going to the back anyways, with them having to pit here. But if not, yep, they're both going to the back. Jason Haynes and the 238 of Anthony Marfulio are going to the back.
So rough start to the pro late models here.
Coming out right now.
Copy that. Just wait at exit. Whole field's coming around.
Excuse me.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
As we try to line the field back up, as you heard, we will not be going green next time by. Everyone made it back on track, I believe. There is the 66 and the 238 at the tail end of the field. Should get the one to go this time by. Lights are off on the pace truck.
All right, guys, we're going green here. We're only 2 laps in. We've got a long way to go, so let's clean it up. Race hard. Good luck.
Jordan LaFawn will take us to the green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Great restart by the 11. Grant Wesley falls P2. Chris Cox, he tries the middle. The 15 and the 515 back together once again. Randy Shreves, 56 car is going to dive it down in 3 and 4. Like Justin Sick in that 15. 03 gets loose, gets into the 12, then gets bumped off the top of the track.
Oh, Jordan LaFawn just disconnected.
As you heard, breaking news, the 11 car has disconnected from the server. I know they're having some wicked weather out in Indiana.
Tough break for that 11 car. You hate to see somebody, not saying he was going to win the race, but to lose it without even having a chance. Tough break for Jordan LaFawn.
Yeah, what a shame. So Grandma Pete out there, get on the horn, let the 11 car know. Yeah, that is something else. Got disconnected from the server here.
Justin, he's flying around right now. We're not going green yet.
Yeah, sorry, guys, I wasn't sure what it was doing.
I might need a black clear. Yep, I'm ready.
So give the lead to the 88. He's got Chris Cox to his rear bumper. Now the 15 car of Michael Carter has moved up to P3. Guess in real racing, you have motors blow up. Here in iRacing, you have computers that decide not to work. 88 car Grant Wesley clears the 515. 515 riding along with Michael Carter, Randy Shreves in P4. Donald Ingram, he rounds out your top 5. Clay Christopherson digging on the bottom side. Grant Wesley now, he's starting to pull away from the field. Caden Berry, he's up 11 from his starting pole. The 213 gets sideways. Makes contact. They're able to hold it. Let's try for you guys one more time to turn it up.
That's on me.
Yellow flag is out.
As the caution comes back out.
Grant, you need to go buy a lottery ticket. Keep race comms clear, please, unless we're calling out incidents tonight. 6-6 COL.
518 of Grandy involved. 66 gets in there a little bit hot.
Got the 11 car of Jordan LaFawn back on track, asking for a wave around due to him dropping. Joe, I'll let you make that call.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okie dokie.
Grant Wesley still at the front of the field. As you heard, the 11 car has rejoined the field. He'll be in the back somewhere.
Clayton, there's wave arounds now? As per league owner, this one was decided yes.
Grant Wesley, Chris Cox, Michael Carter, Randy Shreves, Donald Ingram, your top 5.
Going great in here, guys. Good racing so far. Good luck.
Typically, we do not do wave arounds, so I'm going to have to check myself here. See if that's not something that we institute due to the nature of the disconnection. Thought it was appropriate, but maybe not. We'll see.
I believe it is. You know, he did nothing wrong coming to the green here, but he did nothing wrong. He deserves it.
Grant Wesley with a good restart. Chris Cox in the 515. He's going to go down low. Cannot quite clear the 88 car. Michael Carter in P3. Randy Shreves is about to have his hands full with the 51 car. I'm showing the 51 car possibly a lap down. So James Donald Ingram is the 10 car is in P5. Caden Berry. Boy, we're getting in this cycle of green flags all of a sudden. 22 car, 12 car of Caden Berry slides up. 22 gets off the top edge, comes back on track.
Every caution keeps saying let the 40 car by and different car all the time.
Car 2-2 EOL. Yeah, Clay, I'm seeing you a lap down, bud.
Huh, I wonder how that would have happened.
Kelly Wheeler, Billy Roberts have dropped, so we're only on lap 13 of 25.
I believe when he went around, and then Jordan LaFawn got a wave around, but I've never seen a leader pass.
Yeah, I've been
Oh,
feeling
that's
the whole time.
Yeah, that's confusing. Just let me take a look at this real quick, guys.
I don't. He's never been
So
past.
we got a message on the board here. When Jordan disconnected, Clay blinked, and they both went to the bottom of the list. So it might have happened around that same time. I am not sure. Thank you out there for sending in that message. I'm not sure how the 51 car got a lap down.
So from what we're seeing here, Clay, is when Jordan disconnected, you blinked out as well from what it's looking like, and that caused the lap down. Again, I'm not only focused on you. I myself didn't see you blink. I only, focus on crashes, but that's what it sounded like occurred, is that you blinked out possibly when the leader was close or possibly for a lap or so. You dropped down to the bottom when you blinked, apparently.
Okay. That next caution or this one, can I get a wave then?
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
So you know my answer to that.
If it's connection related,
there is a 51 with the wave route.
Back or starting where I was?
Wave rounds do go to the back.
Clay Christopherson back on the lead lap. Yeah, drivers, we ask for your patience. We're doing the best we can to not penalize those of you back on the East Coast dealing with the storm. So we're being a lot more lenient than we typically are. Do we allow wave rounds? Not usually. Good luck. 88 car, Grant Leslie with a great restart. Chris Cox. Oh
we've
my.
got a big pile up on the front.
Goodness. We cannot get going here. 10 car gets loose, right? And that might have been a little bit of net code. I'm going to have to rewind that.
Yeah, 10 cars in the slick and gets a little loose. And then net code off the front end of Caden Berry. No EOLs. Also, remember, guys, you do have one fast repair. I will extend the caution and clear your flag for you to speed on and off just so you can get in and out as quick as possible to help you guys, race fairly. I'm also going to clear everybody's black because of that.
All right, fellas, we're only on lap 13 of 25. Everybody settle in. Let's get some green flags in. Good luck. Man, we can't get going in the Pro Late models, Clayton.
Just hurry in and out, Donald, if you can.
Yeah, these things are quite snappy at the wheel. On the start, into the corner, out of the corner. It takes a lot of wheels sometimes, and when you're running too wide at a track so tight like Lernerville, and a track that has such an aggressive ledge for you to go over, I mean, it's kind of par for the course, but
The whole field's going by, Don, so just wait at exit. I'll give you the all clear.
so yeah, it's just par for the course. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to get in.
You're good to go.
Everybody wants to get into the dash for cash and everything, but man, it's good racing. It's just a little tighter than you want to be when you're behind the wheel.
So we got looks like 15 live viewers currently, and this is the second week in a row that we have had a pretty good number of live viewers. So thank you all out there for that. As Grant Wesley gets a great restart, we're going to see the 15 and the 515 here battle it out. Chris Cox gets a little loose on exit. They're side by side on the backstretch. Michael Carter will dive it down low coming out of turn 4. Stays off of that high side as Shreves gets into the outside fence. Randy Shreves, now Caden Berry in the 12 car. He's up 11, currently running in P6. Justin Sick working his way through the field. He's up 9. Randy Shreves, Michael Carter, and the 515 up. Chris Cox battling it out. Grant Wesley taking advantage of that good starting position in that 88 car. He's opening up a healthy lead over Chris Cox in that 515. Let's go on board with the 015 newcomer, Justin Sick, to see how you get it done here at Lernerville. Sick running on that high side. We are going to have to go on that right rear. We have to see how close that 015, it looked to me like he was right up on the edge, and he is. My goodness. That's how you get it. Go ahead.
Such a smooth right foot as well, controlling that car and the wheel spin up top. That's a lot of talent out of the 015 right now. Justin's making incredible headway through the field after an early send to the back.
Yeah, it does not get much better than that. As Wesley passes the 40 car, that is a lap car, 15 car with a good run. Carter slides to the high side. Justin Sick might get them both. What a run at the front of the field. Chris Cox, Justin Sick now. Michael Carter has passed the 515. Sick, that car's been up a little bit. He's going to battle it out with Chris Cox. 515 up high, 015 down low. They make a little bit of contact on lap 23 of 25. Sick will keep it down low. He'll get the position, put Justin Sick on the podium. Fighting back, the Des Moines, Iowa driver of Chris Cox. Crossover coming. There's a battle for the final podium position. You are not missing much up front as Grant Wesley is set and sell. This final podium position right here is going to be the battle. The 515 and the 015. These two are going at it. One to go. Randy Shreves pulls into the battle. Sick gets by the 515. Cox fights back on the bottom side. Cox going into turn 3. Shreves now pulls up. Shreves is going to run the bottom. It's a drag race. Cox will take third. Wesley, Carter, Cox. Ladies and gentlemen, it does not get much better than what you just saw. Top 3 start-finish line, and I ask everyone to keep an eye on Discord this week. It's been suggested that we do restarts on the leader at all times, so we'll put that out for a vote this week. So keep an eye on Discord, please, and let us know what you think. Clayton, that was bad.
That was incredible. Randy Shreves probably needed only one more lap to possibly get around the both of them as they were throwing sliders. Randy was coming 0.2 of a second per lap faster. Randy Shreves might have been able to stick his nose in there with 1 or 2 more green flag laps.
All right, fellas, go up for your interviews. Yeah, Randy, that was absolutely amazing, man. I almost fell off my chair. Need to quit getting so excited about this stuff, maybe. I don't know. Old guy like me, liable to have a heart attack.
It's hard to at times, man. These guys put on a heck of a show.
Chris Cox in the 515. He starts third, finishes third. Chris, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, I do.
It does not get any better than what we just put on the show here. Great run by that 515. You and Justin battled it out, man. Walk us through that mess.
Well, all that was really there for me was the bottom, and he was throwing sliders, and I was just trying to stay out of the way. And at one point we got together, trying to go along the outside of him, but that happens, and just ended up figuring out how he was trying to battle me, and just figured out how I could block him, and it just paid off at the end.
Yeah, man, and you guys actually, Randy Shreves, the 56 car, got in the mix there late. What a heck of a show for that final podium position, man. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish?
I'd like to thank MGC Desktop Fabrications, Cox Gaming, Top Secret, and you for streaming this, you for putting it on, Clayton for adminning, help adminning, all the guys that come out here and race every Friday, out to everybody.
Yeah, man, stay warm.
Yep.
All right, Clayton, you catch up with Michael Carter?
Yes, sir. Bringing him up right now. Michael Carter, it's Clayton in the booth. You got a copy? Yes, sir. Man, one spot too short tonight. What a run for yourself there, moving up a few spots from 5th. Man, that 15 car We're used to seeing it finish P1. P2's not too bad tonight, man. Where were you able to find speed tonight?
I'll just focus on running that top the whole time, and I mean that's where I was comfortable at, and I didn't want to go to the edge like I did in the mods. I kind of gave that one away, but I don't know. It happens, you know. It's this is a tricky track up on that outside, and if you miss that line just a little bit, you're going over. So yeah, I'm happy with the P2. You know, good points night. You know, we'll take it.
Absolutely, man. Are we going to see you in the sprint cars tonight? You seem to be kind of getting a little bit more consistent in them. Starting to like what we're seeing on track. Makes for a good show, man. You going to be tuning in tonight for the sprint cars?
I don't think tonight. I got a cold. I'm not feeling the greatest, so I think I'm just going to call it a night.
Understood, man. Well, I hope you get to feeling better. Who do you got to thank on that 15 car tonight?
Always, I gotta thank GY6RN, Friday Night Lights, Joe, you all here, for calling the race, and oh look, I'm sick as it is. I don't even feel well. Can't remember what to say.
I believe Randy Carter painting is in your speech. I'm used to hearing that one.
Oh yeah, that was getting ready to come up. I just want to make sure I thank everybody that had a part of this. It's top tier race control. That's what I was thinking about. Thank you guys. Everybody watching. I gotta thank Randy Carter paying my father. He's watching. CTM Motorsports, Cale Smith, Travis Anderson, and Redline Race Designs. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well, I hope you get to feeling better, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Merry.
Grant Wesley in the 88, driver out of Evansville, Indiana. He starts on pole. He drives it to victory lane. Grant, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Man, that was absolute. Took us a while to get going, but once we got going, that race behind you was something else. The 88 car checked out, but everybody behind you, man, what a battle. Where did you find all that speed?
Yeah, so I mean, truthfully, I was struggling at the midpoint of the race. You know, from like lap 5 to lap 12, I would say. And Chris even called me out on it. He's like, "Man, you got lucky. You need to buy a lottery ticket." Yeah, about slid off the track in 3 and 4 is what he was referring to. So I got lucky there. You know, caution came out, and I was just basically what I realized is that the car was just tight on entry. So if you didn't pitch it in, you'd get tight, really tight at the center, and that's where I was kept trying to go off the track. So there, the second half of the race was a lot smoother. You know, I figured out how to kind of pitch it just a little bit on entry, and then it was just set sail for the rest of the corner. So, yeah, good race though.
Man, them cats didn't have anything for the 88 tonight, my friend. Who do you want to thank for your drive to victory lane and your secured starting spot in the Dash for Cash?
Oh man, that's exciting stuff there. I'm really looking forward to that Dash for Cash. It's nice to be locked in and steal, you know, win from Carter. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'd just like to thank Joe and Clayton. Thank you guys for everything you do, Clayton for the administration, and Joe for doing the broadcast, and Got Your Six Racing Network. You guys are the best in the business. I'd like to thank all the supporters here. I know Gears Unlimited and Dirt Track Bank and all your other supporters for everything they do. I'd like to thank my teammates with Animal Racing. I'd like to get a few more of them over here on Fridays. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to thank my friends and family for watching, and my girlfriend Brittany.
All right, man. So it's that time of the week where we get the Evansville, Indiana weather report.
Yeah, so just like most everybody else, it is freezing here. In fact, I didn't have internet until about 3 o'clock this afternoon, so I got lucky on that behalf. But yeah, it was negative 44 wind chill last night. There's a hard -8 with a negative 44 wind chill.
That's insane. That reminds me when I was stationed in Montana. I didn't even know it could get that cold. My wife's best friend from high school still lives in Indiana, and they let them go early from work when it was, I think, 40 degrees or something like that. And holy cow, it plummeted, man. So, man, thank you for the weather report. I hope you stay warm. Great run by the 88, man, and thank you so much for your support and joining us here at Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights, my brother.
Yep, thanks, guys.
All right, man. Clayton, there you have it. Let's get on with the 305 sprint cars. We'll get there as quick as we can. So Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Sanders Racing is new to Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. They came on board to sponsor the Pro Late Model. Sir, I hope we are doing your race team justice. And that was a heck of a show here at the end. So thank you, Reed, for coming on board and sponsoring the Pro Late Models. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have the 305 sprint cars to close out the night. So we will be right back.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Yeah, Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their family's permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity right now. History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for our nightcap. That's 305 Sprint Cars right here at Lernerville. We are running just a few minutes late. We'll get the show under road here momentarily. All drivers clear the track. All drivers clear the track, please. All right, drivers, welcome to week 2, Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights 305 Sprint Cars, brought to you by A&J Custom Creations. We'll go over some quick rules. No photo interview after a podium finish, EOL next week. Bring out 2 cautions in any one race, be it feature or heat race. You will be DQ'd from that division for that night. Intentional contact is never acceptable. If you will be suspended. The length of the suspension will be determined by the severity of the intentional contact. We do have a protest system. If you go to our Discord, there's a protest folder. If we miss something throughout the week, please fill out a protest form and send that in, and we will review it. Call-outs are never acceptable, be it drivers or any members that support the league and put this race on. We actually had 2 suspensions this week for call-outs, so we ask that you cool down and think about what you're going to say before you say it. Call-outs will not be tolerated. Blinking. If your car is blinking the first time, you will be given a warning. Second time, EOL. Third time, move to the end of the longest line. Keep in mind, incident points count against your overall points for the night. So incidents subtract from that, so keep that in mind. When a caution comes out, the field is frozen at that time. We had a lot of incidents last week of people piling into cautions, not lifting and keeping it wide open. So when a caution comes out, the field is frozen. Lift off the throttle. Don't wreck your car or somebody else's for something that is absolutely not necessary. With that, that's all I got. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Now would be the time. Again, as was mentioned in the Pro Late Model Division, on the Discord this week, we are going to take a vote if all restarts should be on the leader instead of the green flag. So we're going to take that vote. Keep an eye on Discord. I'll get that out as soon as I can. Would love your input, and we'll see how that goes. If you guys think that's the way to go, then that's absolutely the way that we are going to go. We are going to advance to qualifying. I wish you all the best of luck, and here we go. One last thing, I'm having sound issues, so driver chat is live on the air tonight. I'm going to ask you to keep that to an absolute minimum until I can figure out how to split that channel. So tonight, driver chat is live on the air. Keep chat to a minimum. Thank you. So, Clayton, here we go. We got 921 cars in the field. So, another great showing by the Sprint Car gang. We're getting ready to go qualifying right here at Lernerville for your nightcap.
Yeah, I'm excited for the sprint cars here. I don't think I've ever watched a sprint car race on TV, on the sim, ever here. So this is going to be a first for me. I think these guys will be able to run the top pretty easily with all the downforce, but I guess we're about to find out.
Yeah, man, if you have not driven a sprint car, This place is absolutely amazing to drive a sprint car on this sim. One of my favorites. Following along with Matt Grimm, that's the 91 car out on track. Brand new member of Wyobe Racing as he takes the green flag. Randy Shreves in the 56 is out on track. Clay Christopherson, the Mel Yellow 51, is with us. Joseph Grandy in the 518 is also with us. Anthony Marfulio in the 238. Jason Haynes to the top of the board, 14,107 for the 66. Sean Stevens, 13,984 for the driver from Tasmania. Put Sean Stevens to the top of the board in that 26 machine. Will anybody have anything for Stevens? My teammate is back with us, the 122 of Brian Dickens. Times in third quick. Andy Patton, the owner-operator of A&J Custom Creations, 12th quick for Andy. 03, Matthew Seymour is with us, currently 17th quick for Seymour. Derek P. is with us in that 14 machine. Had an absolute amazing conversation with Derek this week. Come to find out, he's from about an hour from here, Placerville, California, where they run some big midget races and sprint cars. He now lives in Utah, so looking forward to a visit from Derek. He's going to come and get in the Icon rig here and take a spin next time he's in town. So looking forward to that. 22nd quick for Derek. Andy Patton, 13th quick for Andy. Those are the last two cars to qualify. Andy Patton is a prior Air Force member. Andy, I greatly appreciate your service to our country. As you've heard on past broadcasts, we actually served in the same building in Germany, just not at the same time. He's an aircraft mechanic on F-16. So I'd like to thank Andy for coming on board. Looks like Sean Stevens will get your Chatham Motorsports quick time. 13,984 from the driver out of Tasmania. As we got about 15 seconds left to go. 22 drivers in the field tonight, so a good turnout. Got some guys that I'm seeing that I know are in cold climate. David Tormachi in the 313 is with us. Driver out of Montana. And I know it's cold up there. Spent 5 years stationed at Great Falls, Montana. Heat one to the grid. Heat one to the grid, please. Sean Stevens, Matt Grimm on the front row. Kurt Schatzer, Derek P on row number 2. Andy Patton, Brandon Wright in 3. Matthew Seymour, David Tormachi rounds out your field of 8 drivers. All right, drivers, congratulations to Sean Stevens for the Chatham Motorsports Quick Time Award. Sir, $10 in your account. That will all be payable at the end of the season during week 13. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean. Put on a great show for the nightcap. Good luck. Yeah, man, I'm ready to get this going. There's another one of my teammates, Kurt Schatzer, with us again. That driver is out of Pennsylvania in the 18 machine. Dirt Track Bank sponsored ride. But it will be Sean Stevens who won last week. Green flag is out. We're underway. Those two on the front row are teammates. The 91 of Matt Grimm and Sean Stevens. Kurt Schatzer will dive down low. Stevens will clear. Yeah, it's the 14 car. Now the 91's Matt Grimm. He's going after his teammate. Schatzer's going to get a run on the outside. 91 car now has no room to get to the outside line. There he slides up. Grimm falls back to P3. Derek P in that 14 Raiders machine up to P4. Andy Patton, A&J Custom Creations owner and operator, is up to P5. Sean Stevens setting sail. 14,064 last time by to a 274 by Kurt Schatzer. Andy Patton in P5. Brandon Wright in the 22 machine is in P7. Matthew Seymour in the 03 is in P8 or 7. David Tormachi in that 313 machine. That is the driver out of Montana. He is at the tail end of the field on lap 5 of 8. Clayton, Sean Stevens going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, he's making it look like he's done this all his life, pulling away almost over a second at the line, only 6 laps in, 0.2 of a second faster than the field for qualifying. Sean Stevens, almost 0.3 of a second, is making it look super easy right now.
1 to go. Sean Stevens, Kurt Schatzer, Grimm closing in on the rear bumper of that 18 machine. 2 corners to navigate. Schatzer dives down low. He's going to block the bottom. It will be Sean Stevens, Kurt Schatzer, Grimm, Derek P., and Andy Patton, your top 5. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. Jason Hines, Caden Berry on the front row. Chris Cox, Joseph Grandy in row number 2. Randy Shrees, Chris Miller in row number 3. And Anthony Marfulio rounds out your field of 7 drivers. All right, leader. 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. You got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody heading to the feature. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. So let's see if that 66 car driver out of Canada, that is Jason Hines on the inside. He will roll off on the pole. Caden Berry to his outside. Chris Cox and Joseph Grandy in row number 2. That's a tough row. Randy Shreve, somewhat of a specialist. And I am super surprised to see Anthony Marfulio in that 238 in the back of the field. He is a previous Friday Night Lights champion. Green flag is out. We are underway. Berry with a little bit advantage on the start. Yes, Chris Cox starts to dive down low. Looks like the high side is the place to be. Berry will take the lead. Hines in P2. Chris Cox trying to work the bottom. Joseph Grandy in the 518 on the high side. Berry trying to move up with Randy Shreves in the 56 machine. That LGR Motorsports ride. Chris Miller in the 69. Has maintained where he started. Marfulio on the top side in the 238. He'll move up 1. Caden Berry, can the 66 of Jason Hines make up any headway on the youngster out of New Hampshire? Let's go on board the front nose of that 66. See how Caden Berry's getting it done. Looks like the 66 closing in at the exit of turn number 2. He's going to send it down low. No room. Top 2 running away from the field. Chris Cox, Joseph Grandy, Randy Shreves, now Marfulio. The 238 car loves to run that bottom. That's 2 New Hampshire drivers, Marfulio and Berry. As the 66, he's going to put some pressure on the youngster. Caden Berry able to hold the lead. Everybody running the high side. Good run by your top 2. Chris Cox. Randy Shreve starting to show his nose to the 518. Put a little pressure on Joseph Grandy. 2 to go.
Here comes Jason Hines.
Side by side at the line. Yeah, I think you got that from me. I call him Hines sometimes, Haynes sometimes. I need to get that straight. Caden Berry dives for the bottom. Slide job. Run a great slider line. It will be Berry, Haynes, Cox, Grandy, Shreves, Marfulio, and Chris Miller. That's a good heat race.
Absolutely.
Heat 3 to the grid. Heat 3 to the grid, please. Brian Dickens, Michael Vitale on the front row. Donald Ingram, Dean Reynolds in row 2. Doyle Lawrence, Clay Christopherson in row number 3. Steve Miller rounds out your field of 7 drivers. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody heading to the feature. Good luck. Another one of my teammates, Brian Dickens in the 122 Dirt Track Bank. Driver out of North Carolina. We'll start on the pole of this one. Got the 213 up. Michael Vitale to his outside. As always, Michael, thank you for your service to our nation in the United States Air Force as the pace truck has exited. We're getting ready to go 8 laps here at Lernerville. Doyle Lawrence in the field. Doyle Lawrence is the owner-operator of Raven Graphics, who does a lot of paint work for me personally. Doyle is out of Houston, Texas. We had somebody go off the top there.
It's like Clay Christopherson just kind of, just gets in there a little too hot, goes over the edge.
Running in the back of the field, he's running next to Doyle Lawrence.
It's a battle of our teammates up front. Michael Vitale, part of Outlaw Racing Team. I'm a part of those guys. Himself, Billy Roberts, Jason Henry, and myself. Great group of guys.
Just gets up top. Yeah. So I guess you and I got to live it through our teammates since we're not out there running.
Well, God knows if I was out there, the only place you'd be able to find me, Joe, is over the bank and out there in the woods. So I'd rather leave it up to the teammate tonight. We'll see what he can do.
That is the 22. Doyle Lawrence in that 3 car is a firefighter paramedic out of the Houston, Texas area. Doyle and I talk weekly. We actually had a real good phone call the other day, and he works some crazy hours, and the stuff that he goes through in an emergency room is nothing short of just, it's something else. I don't know how he does it. So Doyle, thank you for your service to your community as a firefighter paramedic out there in Houston, Texas. Brian Dickens will take us to the green flag on lap 3 of 8. Good restart for the 122. Michael Vitale, he didn't get as good a start there. Michael Vitale going to battle it out. Oh, Vitale over the edge. Will that bring out a caution? Yes, it will. We have cars that are just tiptoeing off the edge. No one is absolutely barreling off the edge. Vitale was running a little bit low, which messed his exit angle. Just gets off the top side into Gears Unlimited 213. Yeah, I don't know that I have seen that where cars just barely get off the edge. That tells you these guys are right on the edge of being fast or going over the ledge. They are right on couldn't get any closer, Clayton, to you almost hit it perfect, but you don't.
With how thick the right rear tire is on the sprint cars, I think it's just a little bit of misjudging. You know, they were used to the late model modified all night. This thing's got a really, really big, wide right rear, and you step a little bit over and it's gone. So these guys are fighting it right now.
On lap 3 of 8, the 122 up, Brian Dickens, a hammer down racing driver, will take us back to green. You got Donald Ingram in the 10 car in P2 behind him. Great restart by Dickens. Dean Reynolds in the 79 car. He falls in line, P3. He's going to look down low, take a peek underneath that 10 car. Doyle Lawrence in the 3 machine. He is up to P4. Michael Vitale falls back. He's going to try to battle back through the field. He's battling out with the 51 of Clay Christopherson. Steve Miller is with us in that 02 machine. He's running that bottom side. Brian Dickens opens up over a second lead over Ingram in P2. Dean Reynolds is about to have company with Doyle Lawrence in the 3 car. Clay Christopherson still battling it out with the 2:13 of Vitali. We got 2 laps to go. Vitali taking a peek underneath the 51. Can't get the drive off of turn number 2. Brian Dickens over 2.5 lead between himself and Donald Ingram. Dickens with 2 more corners to navigate. Goes down low. It will be Dickens for the win. Donald Ingram P2. Dean Reynolds P3. Though Lawrence looked down low. He'll come home P4. Clay Christopherson P5. All right, 3 minutes of warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have 3 minutes of warm-up. We will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. The issue's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready for your 30-lap feature right here at Lernerville for your nightcap. Again, those of you that tuned in, greatly appreciated. We've had some really good viewership this season so far. Greatly appreciated. Those of you on the East Coast or the Midwest, I hope you are all keeping warm through this storm that is blowing through. Our thoughts are with you for sure. Feature to the grid, please. Sean Stevens, Barry on the front row. Brian Dickens, Kurt Schatzer in row 2. Hines, Ingram in 3. Grimm and Cox in row number 4. Dean Reynolds, Derek P. in row number 5. Joseph Grandy, Doyle Lawrence in 6. Andy Patton, Randy Shreves in 7. Clay Christopherson, Matthew Seymour in 8. Anthony Marfulio, Michael Vitali in 9. David Tormachi, Chris Miller in 10. Steve Miller, Brandon Wright, round out your field of 22 drivers. All right, leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Got 30 laps to get it done. Race hard. Race clean. Put on a good show to end the night. Good luck. So Sean Stevens in that 26 is going to be a tough customer here. He could quite possibly win every sprint car race that he is in. He seems to have another gear. Maybe he's got some magic out down there in Tasmania that he's got. But that 26 car, he's been quick every time I have seen him drive.
Yeah, he's shown it all night tonight between the qualifying run and the heat race, the way he was able to pull away. Fastest in practice, too. That 26 is on rails tonight. This green flag start, though, not being on the leader, Caden Berry does have a shot if he can time it right to get to the top, kind of drive away from it. We see the top being more dominant, but we're about to find out here, rolling off a 4.
Yeah, Stevens, he times that start. Berry's going to take a look on the inside of Sean Stevens. Caden Berry will slide up. Brian Dickens battling out with Kurt Schatzer. 2 dirt track bank cars going at it. Donald Ingram in P5. Jason 515 over the edge. And a big pile up. So first we had the 515. Take a look at that first, and then behind them. Gets up into that outside fence. And then let's take a look at this. See if I can find Dino. There he is. Let's go for a rewind here. Not sure what happened back here. Chris Cox gets into the fence. The 91 dives down low. The 66 is side by side with the 10. Those two make contact.
Restart, is that on the leader coming out of 4? Just double checking.
Yes, that is accurate. So the 66 and the 10 in front of the field collect a group of great cars.
I got 30 seconds, Clayton.
Sean Stevens will roll off at the front of the field. We do have all single file restarts in Sprint Car Division. See if Caden Berry do have to make a little bit of a confession, Clayton. I told the 12 car if he beats the 26 tonight, he's got a Joe Halter Racing hat coming his way. So a little bit of incentive. See if we can't get that 26 car. That is a tall ask, but we're about to see Schatzer in P3, Dickens in 4, Chris Cox in 5, Matt Grimm in P6, Derek P in the 14 is in P7, Joseph Grandy, Andy Patton, and Clay Christopherson in that mellow yellow ride round out your top 10.
Yeah, I don't think the start of that race went too perfect. I mean, Sean Stevens was up 63 miles an hour when the green flag waved. I'm not seeing a clean start out of that 26 right now. I'm going to have to review it possibly next caution. Don't want to miss any of the live stuff going on right now.
Yeah, a warning minimum, I would think.
Absolutely.
Sean Stevens at the front of the field. Caden Berry P2. Berry slid down in front of the 18 of Kurt Schatzer last time by. Berry's starting to run the middle as Schatzer is on that high side. Now Dickens, he's going to go down low. And Matt Grimm in the 91, he's going to try to go down low underneath that 515 of Chris Cox. Sean Stevens checking out on the field. Caden Berry in a solid second. Kurt Schatzer in the 18 car. He's on the outside. Brian Dickens in the 122. They're starting to get nose to tail. Chris Cox taking a peek down low. Decides better of it. Derek P in that 14 machine. He's got Joseph Grandy in the 518. Grandy trying that low line. He gets a decent run off the bottom side. Can't quite get it done. Go on the right front of Joseph Grandy here as he pulls up alongside the 14. Grandy is able to clear. Grandy into the outside wall, gets into Patton. Those two to the inside tires. Grandy gets a little bit loose. If I can get a view here, let's back this up a little bit. Andy Patton minding his own business down low. Coming into turn 3. Grandy's in good shape. He comes off the high side, which comes back up into the outside fence. Derek P gets by. He's got the wheels turned to the right, but that 518 is not going to go to the right. Collects the 87 car of Patton.
Don't even worry about it. I got over a minute.
You're good. We can extend it. We've done it for everybody else all throughout the night, buddy. Everybody pays the race. I got you.
So Sean Stevens still at the front of the field in that 26. Caden Berry, the 12 car, has not been able to keep pace with that 26. So Sean Stevens seems to have it figured out. Leader, restart is on you. Keep a steady pace until your go point, which I believe there is a red cone on the inside of the exit of turn 4. That is your go point. Please do not speed up, do not slow down until you reach that restart zone.
The green flag that comes out before that cone.
It should not if you are within a reasonable distance of the pace car. So as we start to talk the conversation about going on the leader, iRacing was supposed to put restart zones. I noticed that orange cone on the inside right about there, which leaders are going to have to stay a lot closer to the pace truck in a lot of these tracks. So maybe going on the leader will be an advantage, but they're also going to have to stay pretty even with the pace truck, Clayton.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a fair medium. You know, keep.
You know, it's telling me to let 3 and 2 by, but they are in front of me. I may get a black.
Thank you, Chris. I'll clear it at the stripe.
Yeah, the pace car distance, but letting them control it is a good call.
Green, green, green.
There we see. Good to go.
Good restart by that 26 of Sean Stevens. Caden Berry in P2. Chris Cox is looking underneath Brian Dickens. Dickens is going to battle it out. He holds off Cox. Now Cox might lose that position to the 91. 91 with a great run off the top. He'll get by Dickens. Brian Dickens is going to battle back. He gets up on the outside behind his teammate. 91 checks up. Good piece of driving right there as Sean Stevens start to pull away from the field on lap 10 of 30. Kurt Schatzer, he's all over the 12 car. He looks underneath the youngster out of New Hampshire. Kurt Schatzer could not quite get it done that time by, but he showed the nose of that 18 car to that 12 car. Brian Dickens holds down P4. Grim in P5. Chris Cox still on the bottom side. Oh, was that Kurt Schatzer off the top? Let's see what happened to Kurt Schatzer. Running in P3.
Just gets that right rear just over the edge and throws it over. Tough break for the 18 there.
Running the high side, you can see he's about a half tire width, maybe a full tire width above what Sean Stevens. Over the top goes the driver out of Pennsylvania, Kurt Schatzer, in the dirt track bank number 18. Tough break.
Kurt, pit road time, please.
Looking for Sean Stevens. There is the 26. So, quite a few cautions coming out here early. We are on lap 12 of 30. Stevens, Berry, Dickens, Grimm.
1.5 car lengths behind the pace car, please, while pacing. Restart is on you.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
We will delay the start. Let those cars still in the pits get out of the pits, I hope. Yeah, I don't know that I have noticed that orange cone down there at the exit of turn 4. Till now.
Going green, guys.
We are on the left front of your leader, Sean Stevens, as he will bring the field to race speed here momentarily. Green flag is out. We are underway. Sean Stevens with another great start by the 26. Caden Berry's going to run the high side. Dickens is going to take a peek down low. Thought about 3 wide. Dickens into 122. He's going to battle Berry. Dickens will slide up. He makes the pass on Berry. The 91 is going to try to follow Dickens through. Caden Berry is going to fight back. Slide job up to the top. Gets a little bit loose on that slide job. Dickens will return the favor. The youngster out of New Hampshire can't quite cross over. Trapped down there by the 91 of Grimm. Berry off the top.
Caution, yellow flag.
Anthony Marfulio spun on the bottom too.
Let's take a look.
Chat, please. Everything's on the stream. Remember, race comms minimum, please.
See if we can find Caden Berry, the 12 car. I'm looking for him. My board's moving so fast, can't keep my eyes focused. Old age, I suppose. Caden Berry may have exited.
That was on me, Clayton.
There he is.
Andy, your right front is about a 45-degree angle.
The youngster in the 12 car goes off the top. Right rear goes over the ledge. He corrects, just can't quite hang on. We heard some disagreement with the re-entry onto the track. He's holding it steady there. Caden Berry comes back, trying to get back on the track.
Couple more cars coming by, Anthony. You're clear to pull out. You're good.
Got back on track. Dean Reynolds closes in on the 12 car. So, Sean Stevens still with the lead. Caden Berry falls back. I don't know how far. I'm showing Caden Berry in P4. Sean Stevens takes the green flag. 26 car on lap 16 of 30. We've made it halfway. Grimm, Stevens, and Dickens battling it out for the top 3. Caden Berry, he's under attack from the 515. That's the driver out of Des Moines, Iowa. Chris Cox, side by side. It is Berry at the line. Up front, Sean Stevens hanging it out on the high side. His teammate, Matt Grimm, moves up to P2. He's up 5 from his start. Brian Dickens, he is held steady at P3. Will the two teammates at the front of the field The 91 loses so much momentum. Sean Stevens is absolutely on a rail on the high side.
We've got a car flipping down the backstretch. Off the track he goes. Looks like the 313 of David
Formaci.
T. Sorry about that, David, if you tune in later.
He gets loose coming out of turn 2. Slides up off the... Boy, he tried to save it. Oh, he saved it there. Not for long. So I'll take a lot of cautions this early, Clayton, if we have a finish like we did in the Pro Late Models.
I know David was super squarely in front. Not going to give an EOL out. David, just let me know your pit time, please. We'll get you back out there.
Any chance I can get an EOL?
We don't particularly give those out. I mean, you're going to be second to last here. You're clear, David. What's the EOL request for?
It's all right.
26 of Sean Stevens will take us back to green. Tonight, you're getting to witness all the behind-the-scenes race control communication. My apologies for that. I need to work on it all week, try to get that channel split back up so you guys can hear the engines without all of the admin stuff and driver talk going on. Sean Stevens at the front of the field on lap 19 of 30, so we are closing in on it. Stevens, Grimm, Dickens, Barry, Cox, your top 5.
No, sir.
Lights are off on the pace truck. We will go green next time by. Caden Barry fans out there rooting on the 12 car. As always, thank you guys for tuning in every week. I look forward to the Caden Barry fan club out there in New Hampshire. Greatly appreciated. Sean Stevens at the front of the field. His teammate now to his rear bumper. They just recruited the 91 car of Matt Grimm last week. Good restart by your top 2. Oh, Sean Stevens into the outside wall. Will that be enough? No, sir. 91 is not going to pressure his teammate. As the caution comes back out once again. .03 and the 18 involved.
Yeah, 03 just throws the right rear up into the 18 of Kurt Schatzer there. 03 of Matthew Seymour going to go to the back here.
Sorry, dude.
I'll get in it.
So we're having a rash of cautions here, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate everyone sticking with us. On lap still 19 of 30.
No, that's a first. That was a first.
Keep race comps to a minimum, please. Thank you.
Guys, what's going on?
.26 of Sean Stevens at the front of the field. Matt Grimm, his teammate, in P2. We will get the 1 to go, as you heard.
I've never seen that happen. All right, thank you.
Lights are off on the pace truck.
Finish strong, boys. Good luck.
Thought we were going to have to extend the caution there. Two sprint cars got locked together front and back, so...
Oh,
guys
really?
were trying to get my guys were trying to get my attention. That's where the chatter kind of came from. But they separated. All is good. Going green.
I don't think I've seen that either. And I've seen it in real life. When
Andy Patton was locked into Dean Reynolds there.
Wow. Sean Stevens with a great restart. Matt Grimm, not so much of a great restart. The 122 of Brian Dickens closes in. Caden Berry battling for that final podium spot. Chris Cox in P5. Top 5 pulling away from the field a little bit. Derek P., Clay Christopherson in the 51. Randy Shreves in the 56. That is your reigning Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights champion in the LGR 56 machine. He's running in P8. He's up 6 from his starting. Your biggest mover of the night so far, that is the 22 car of Brandon Wright. He is up 12 from his start. Good run by the 22 car. Boy, it's getting a little bit tight in front of him back here in the field as Shreves gets into the outside wall a little bit. Clay Christopherson closes in on the outside. Sean Stevens checking out. Jason Haynes involved in an incident. Oh, over the top.
Watch that 14 car.
Jason Haynes just goes over here.
Yeah, no, just goes over the top. So there we go. I just cleared the driver chat. Let's see if that... I still got engine noise, so we should be good. No more driver chat on my end. Sean Stevens on lap 24 of 30. So we are closing in. Teammates 1-2, the Wyobe boys. The 26 and the 91. Brian Dickens holding down a solid third. Caden Berry trying for his third podium of the night. Sprint cars are his specialty. Let's see if the 12 car can get it done as Chris Cox and Clay Christopherson are peeking in. Randy Shreves in the 56 car is running back in 7th. Brandon Wright in the 22 up 14 from the start as the green flag comes back out.
Caden Berry to the outside here. Good start for the 12.
Pulls up to the outside of the 122. Dickens is able to cover the spot. Slide job coming. Dickens blocks the slide job. The 122 goes down low. Now Matt Grimm, he's running the bottom, gets into grass underneath his teammate on lap 27 of 30. Sean Stevens leading the field. Grimm P2, Brian Dickens in P3, running the bottom. Caden Berry P4, Chris Cox P5. Think the action's going to come for that the final podium here. Sean Stevens coming out of turn 4, running the high side like there ain't nothing to it. Matt Grimm in P2, Brian Dickens in P3. Caden Berry now, he's running the middle. Dickens gets loose. Put Caden Berry in a podium spot. Chris Cox gets by the 122. Dickens gets loose on the exit of turn 2. Matt Grimm in P2. Sean Stevens on the last lap, 26 car. Coming off of turn 3, entering
Here
turn
comes Chris
4.
Cox.
Chris Cox makes a pass on the EO. Chris Cox will take the final podium from the 12 car of Caden Berry. We have to re-watch that, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I was focused somewhere else. Let's watch Caden Berry and Chris Cox. Here is a drive to the end. 5:15. Pulls off a great slide job. Top 3 start finish line, please. Great finish. All right, fellas, don't forget to go up for your interviews.
Pull in Chris Cox here. Get a word with P3. Hey, Chris, it's Clayton in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do. Oh
Man, what a last lap pass for you there, running behind Caden Berry. Good night for you, going 8th to 3rd tonight. Caden, what happened there? Caden just get a little loose? Are you able to get underneath him, or what gave you that last spot?
Well, I found a line, just going out wide, going into two or going into one. I was getting a run on him in two, and I just realized that I could do that and got up next to him and knew if I could cross him over going into 3 and 4, then I had it. And I did that, got in front of him, and then coming out 4, I just got loose and got in front of him too. So
Yeah, man, great night for that 515. Good points night all around, man. Who do you got to thank on that 515 tonight?
I'd like to thank MJC Desktop Fabrications, Top Secret, and Cox Gaming. You guys for putting this on. That's everybody.
Awesome,
Have a
man.
good
Good
Christmas.
job. Good run tonight, man. Happy holidays to you and your family. We will see you Tuesday night.
Yep. See you guys there.
Matt Grimm in the can't miss Matt. There's Matt Grimm in the 91 car. Joined the YOB team last week, I believe. I may be off by a week or so, but that 91 car gets it done up front. Matt, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Man, you got these things figured out. You moved up 5 from your start. You moved up behind your teammate there. Did you have anything for Sean Stevens?
I think I had something there on the bottom in 1 and 2, but I kind of started going for it a little bit too hard and ended up getting loose and letting them get away. I was running out of time.
Yeah, man, great run. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Ohio, the other side of the state. Right now I'm from Lima.
Lima, Ohio. All right. Yeah, man, great run. I saw the same thing that you saw. Man, you weren't sliding out very wide. Sean did get loose late race, man, and I thought that he got into the wall actually late race, and I thought that was your opportunity. But I think 1-2 finish for the YLB boys. You probably take that any day, my friend. Who do you want to thank for your drive to a podium finish?
Yeah, I thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, and thanks to all the guys at YOB and Sean for everything he's taught me over the last couple of weeks, and hopefully we can keep up these good runs.
Yeah, man. Hope to see you next week and wish you a Merry Christmas.
Thanks, man. Merry Christmas.
All right. You got our leader or our winner?
Yes, sir. Bring up Sean Stevens in the 26. Sean, it's Clayton. You got a copy?
Yes, certainly do, mate. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Yeah, no, good. It's good to get another podium. So, yeah.
Absolutely, man. Started up front, wins the race. I believe 0.3 of a second. Fastest lap you had over the whole field, man. What a dominating performance tonight. Where was the speed for that 26 car tonight?
Look, I don't go much on this track. It's actually one of my least favourite tracks on the actual system. So, I just had to put in a solid effort tonight. And, I felt that just once you built momentum up and you just had to keep it. And so the only way you could do that was just around the top. And, with a slick track like this and you're diving down low, you get a fair bit of wheel spin if you don't hit it right coming out of the turn. So, I'd stayed up top and just eased on the throttle around the top and, flat to the floor on the straights. I heard you say that I clipped the wall there off one of the restarts and, I just lost focus for that split second. And, it only takes that split second to lose focus and it could cost you your whole race. But, you got to stay focused and, tonight was a good show.
Absolutely, man. You put on one heck of a performance tonight, dominating the way you did. Who do you got to thank on that 26 tonight for getting it done?
Just all the sponsors at YOB there, CNC Race Design, Speed Factory, LCJ Carpentry, Catalysm Computers. You guys for putting on the broadcast and the show. It's awesome to be back a part of, and let's try and go 3 for 3.
Absolutely, man. Well, we wish you the best of luck. Happy holidays to you, and we will catch up with you hopefully next Friday. We'll be back here doing this again.
Absolutely. And Merry Christmas to you guys.
Thanks, Sean. Good
Thank
run.
you, sir.
So, Clayton, there you have it. There's week number 2. We trimmed down on the cautions a little bit. We had some of the best racing that we have seen to date on Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. What are your last thoughts?
Oh man, I just thought it was an awesome show. I mean, everybody throughout the night tonight did one heck of a job. You know, running their lines in the sprint cars the way they did, showing that the top was the place to be. And then as soon as we thought the top was the place to be, it seemed the bottom. But man, Sean Stevens put on one heck of a performance tonight. Super happy for him, and hope to keep the ball rolling. You know, it's been the last couple weeks have been really, really good. So we just hope to keep it going and, you know, see what next week brings. I don't look at the schedule enough to know what's next, unfortunately, but I'm sure it'll be a good one.
Yeah, man. I wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas, and thank you for joining us here, man. I hope you guys have a great weekend.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas to you as well.
Everybody out there, thanks for tuning in. We wish you a very Merry Christmas. We'll be back next Friday, and until then, we'll see you.
Yes, that's why. So we'll just give them a quick brush, and then we'll get our stuff on, and then we have like an obstacle course. And so
I'm smiling.
You don't know why you're smiling. We always smile. Smiling's the best.
The Mission 22 Equine Program is a riding program for children of veterans. We also serve grandchildren or direct family members of veterans.
It's a lot of fun, and I've always loved horses.
We have private lessons and group lessons, but it's not just riding. You know, riding lessons, people just think that that's all it is. But we have the opportunity here to really build confidence, to lower stress levels, to give them an outlet and opportunity to spend time doing something healthy and productive. Mission 22 is really based on the foundation of the importance for family. It's why we're supporting families here. So in a time where kids' programs are being canceled left and right, school is shut down, they're not able to be around their friends, you know, being able to have an opportunity where they can just be together and let go of that stress and be around people. Again, honestly, it's just really that simple, being around people. You know, who would have thought that it was something as simple as that?
That's okay. You want to grab his reins, and then I'll have you walk him forward. It's really a special thing to watch these kids come every week and build a partnership and a relationship with their horse. It lets them forget about everything that's going on in life, being able to come here, kind of shut the world out a little bit, and have a really stress-free, fun environment.
There's tons of studies that have been done on lowering of cortisol levels of children, and especially with children of veterans, often growing up in a household that can be a more stressful place, to be able to have an outlet where they can be outside, fresh air, horses around them, and just growing in that confidence.
Horses are really unique. They're very intuitive to people. They're very emotionally intelligent. They're very emotional animals, very in tune to people. They have a great way of reading people as well. They can pick up on if you're feeling nervous or scared or excited. They're very reflective to how you feel. And so it's a great way to kind of check in with yourself and see how you're feeling, because they'll let you know.
When you're riding bareback, it's really important to think about keeping your thighs nice and snug.
Watch your spacing. Remember 1 to 2 horse lengths in between. Nice work. Yep, then you're going to go through the blue barrels, and you can weave through them, and you can walk through them.
Before we came to Central Oregon, we were based out of Portland. So we were renting an office in the city, we were having to pay to board horses, and it was getting to be exceptionally expensive. And so what it came down to was an opportunity to have a facility that we can grow programs out, that we could have the equine program on our own property, that, you know, we can continue to operate during a time that nobody really knew kind of what was happening next. And so having our own facility gave us the freedom to continue serving the families that we care about.
It's so fun to see parents come and talk to each other, and being able to kind of share stories, watch their kids together is a really neat thing. Talk about just life in general, having a place to come and to really connect with people.
Obstacles. I really like riding the horse because it's the best thing ever, and it's so exciting.
By supporting families of veterans on this property through the equine program, it really gives us the opportunity to show that importance. So we're not just supporting their kids, but we're supporting their families. They're having a community here, and building that strong family foundation builds a strong veteran. And that is something that we very much believe in, is supporting the family, supporting the veteran, and that cohesiveness together.